We have quorum? Yes.
All right. The, Wednesday,
John,
February
I mean,
11th.
David, he's flashing the light. I don't know. Do you,
Oh,
you're,
My mic.
okay. Is my mic on?
Okay, the
You have red.
Wednesday, February 11th, Municipal Code Enforcement Board meeting is now called to order. If everybody would please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Okay. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Here he is.
Oh, there.
There he is. Now the party can start. All right, the February 11th meeting of the Municipal Code Enforcement Board is called to order. For your calendars, our next meeting will be on March 11th, 2026. Ladies and gentlemen, the Municipal Code Enforcement Board is charged with conducting hearings to determine whether alleged violation of the city code has occurred. Decisions made by the quasi-judicial board will be based on the evidence and facts presented this evening. Our meetings are conducted in accordance with Robert's Rules of Order, and each case will begin with the city presenting its evidence of the alleged violation. The respondent will then present his or her case. Both parties will have an opportunity to cross-examine all witnesses. The board members may question any witness. Comments by both parties must be relevant to the case. Persons wishing to speak will be given an opportunity to do so by the chair and must address the board from the podium after giving their name and address. Upon request, copies of the material submitted by staff are available for review. Board members are reminded to obtain permission to speak from the chair, and questions of the city should be directed to the attorney for the city. At this time, I'll ask all persons who expect to give testimony tonight to please stand and be sworn in by the city clerk.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you will provide the board tonight will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you.
Okay. Next, ex parte communications. This time, I'd like to ask board members if they've had any ex parte communications regarding any matters coming before the Code Enforcement Board this evening. If you've had verbal communications, please disclose the sum and substance of those communications, when and where the communications occurred, and with whom it occurred. If you have received any written communications, please disclose the nature of the communications and provide a copy to the city clerk to be filed in the record. Starting with you.
I've had none.
I've had none.
Have none.
I've had none.
I've had none.
I've had none.
Very good. Approval of the minutes. Minutes of the regular meeting held on January 14th, 2026. Assume all board members have had an opportunity to review those minutes of December 10th. Oh, December, wait. Should say, meeting,
January 4th.
January.
January 14th. There's a little error here. Let me fix that. Okay, assume all members have received the minutes of January 14th, 2026. And if there are no edits or revisions, I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
We have a motion. Do we have a second? Motion and a second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No nays. Motion carries. On to our hearings. Okay, this is where it gets fun. The first case under new hearings will be case number 5.
Which is second.
Case number.
So that's 3730. That's number 5.
We
Went in a different order?
Oh,
where?
Oh, no, that's
Okay,
number
track it.
5, you said. Okay.
That'll be number 5.
which one?
Which one?
Case number 25-3730.
First one.
First one under new business.
Oh,
It's in order, that's the confusing.
okay, I got it.
Yeah, what's the
Yeah.
first case?
I'm going to tell you. But that was the first page I turned to. So. Okay, our first case tonight will be the first case under unfinished, 255-00072. That's going to be case number 1. Case number 2 will be case number 254599 under unfinished business.
459.
Should be the next to last case under unfinished.
Okay, 4799? Is it?
4599.
459.
Number 2.
Oh, there it is, I get it. I see.
Got it?
Yes.
Okay, that's case number 2. Case number 3 is case number 252911
Unfinished?
Under,
under unfinished.
oh, okay. Okay.
And case number 4, also under unfinished, is case number 25-4048.
So, David, the first 1 through 4 is gonna be all unfinished.
Yes. Okay.
Great.
You all ready to go?
And then we go to case 5.
Questions?
And the first case on the
First
new-
case under new hearings is case number 5.
Okay,
Okay?
great.
All right, let's begin.
Under unfinished business, case number 25500072, City versus Blue Rock Premier Properties, for the property located at 6900 Aruba Avenue. The deadline for compliance is February 11, 2026. A fine of $2,000 per day beginning February 12, 2026. Violations, Section 8-56, subsection A, fire alarm system not operational. Section 8-57, subsection B, subsection 4, fire hydrant access, maintenance. Section 8-57, subsection B, subsection 1, fire safety emergency lighting. And Section 857, subsection B, subsection 2, fire safety extinguisher inspection. Section 5-57, subsection D, fire safety posting addresses. Section 8-56, fire suppression systems. Section 8-55, fire grills. And Section 8-55, subsection A, subsection 2, fire and proper storage. Deadline for compliance is midnight tonight.
Good evening, members of the board. My name is Cletus Squires, Fire Inspector with the City of Temple Terrace Fire Department. So out of those violations, 6 of those were corrected as of last month's meeting. The only 2 that we had outstanding were 856A, the fire alarms on a few of the buildings, and 856 fire suppression systems. As of Friday, with speaking with the contractor, I believe there were 7 buildings that still they're doing the fire sprinkler work. One of them, they're waiting for a part of a valve. I've talked to them again today, and they're working to still get that done. They're on site today, and the same as with the fire alarms as of Friday. I did not talk to the fire alarm technician today, but I know that they were still on site through my phone conversation with the other contractor. So there is a representative of the property here, but as of 2 o'clock this afternoon, the property still had 2 violations that are not in compliance. There's been a lot of progress made. It's down to just a handful of buildings now out of the original 78.
So has there been progress since the last meeting?
Quite a bit, yes. Sir.
Okay, great.
Yes, sir.
It was 856A, and what was the other one?
856.
856.
856, yeah.
Any other questions for the code officer?
Yes. So, are they trying to get an extension? And do you think it's gonna be 30 days or?
So there is a representative here from the property. I'll let him talk to you about that. I spoke to him on Friday, and he just showed up right before the meeting, so I haven't spoke to him today, but Rob's here, Sabia, if you want to call him up, and he could probably tell you what they're needing to do, okay?
Great, thank you. Any other questions? Thank you.
Yes, sir.
You want to come up?
Hello,
Name and address, please.
name's Rob Sylvia. Here, owner's rep for 6900 Aruba Avenue's property. So yeah, we are pretty much all wrapped up. So we did have a couple of outstanding sprinkler head replacements that needed to be done in a couple of units. We had access issues due to resident situations. We did get those completed this past Monday, so those were completed. So the entire sprinkler head replacement project has been done. The last thing on the fire suppression system was a manifold needed for Building 77's flow switch, which they had a delay in getting the part over. They received that yesterday. They were actually on site today getting that replaced, so that should be replaced. I need confirmation from Pi Barker that it got done today, but they were on site working on it. So that's the last piece that we have for the fire suppression piece. As far as the alarm piece, we had buildings 8, 9, and 10 remaining that needed transformer switches installed, which those got done at the beginning of this week. We had building 33 with a wiring issue. They found where the wire issue was and got that resolved. That was on Monday, and that did wrap up the rest of our alarm issues.
You should be 100% done.
It's really just building 77 confirming that that manifold did in fact get installed today.
So tomorrow you could be done.
100%, yeah.
Okay. Any other questions?
So are you,
Go ahead.
sorry. So you're asking for a 30-day extension, is that, or,
Yeah, just to get this last item finalized, and we'll let Cletus know, hopefully by tomorrow, latest at the end of the week, that it's been completed, so.
Right.
Okay,
Any other questions? Okay, what's your pleasure?
I'll make a motion. In case number 25-500072, I move that we give an additional 30 days until, what was it, March 11th of 26, to wrap this up.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and second, any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, no nays, motion carries. Good luck, thank you.
Awesome, thank you all.
Next case, please.
Good to hear.
Under unfinished business, case number 254599, City versus Christie Ann Reeves for the property located at 11309 Lynn Banks Place. The deadline for compliance is February 11, 2026. The fine of $25 per day beginning February 12th. Violation, Section 12-921, subsection B, off-street parking / driveway. Deadline for compliance is midnight tonight.
Name and address, are you both going to speak?
That's Christie.
Okay, so
I'm
both of you
Christy
need to
Reeves.
give us your name and address.
Christy Reeves, 11309 Lynn Banks Place.
And then Pablo Calero, our address, same address.
All right, great, thank you. Floor is yours.
Excuse me?
Said the floor is yours.
Okay, well, you wanna
Yeah.
hop in?
There's nothing, all the cars are moved out
It's
by tonight.
moved.
Everything's moved. You just see us there every once in a while, every couple of weeks, because we come in late, and we don't want to drive to Spring Hill where we normally park and conduct our business. So usually we just come and park late night, and we get up in the morning, we get rid of the trailer. And we move
Or the
it.
truck?
Or the truck.
We're all good.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
all
can go check
good.
it out right now.
Okay. You guys have any confirmation of that?
Just clarification that the one for tonight is about the
Truck.
truck in the yard.
Yes.
The next one, next month will be about the trailer and stuff like that. So we just got to make sure that we're talking about the same thing. Now, I will say that until, even just the past few days, I have seen it in the yard. So what you're saying is, correct me if I'm wrong, that moving forward, we're not going to have that in the yard,
The Ranger?
the Ranger.
Yeah.
The Ranger might get parked in the yard again, yes. We're gonna pull a permit and probably end up putting a driveway there, but it's not there now. So, I mean, if it's
It's-
one night that it's a
Well,
late night,
Let
then
me
I don't,
explain something to you. Even if it's true what you said, right?
yes, sir.
Because there is the initial violation, if that truck is found to be in violation again, it
Okay.
becomes a repeat violation, and the fines for repeat violations are a lot higher than the initial violation.
Correct.
So I'm just warning you that you say it's going to be there again. This,
It may or may not. We don't
But,
try
I
to
mean,
bring
where do you want
it
me to park it
there.
at? I'll park it.
In the
where do you want me to
street,
park it
I
at? In the
guess.
street? Okay.
So in the street?
Okay.
Because our neighbors
Cause last
didn't
time
like,
we got code violations for parking in the street too. So, I don't know where to park it at. I'm just like,
Well.
you want me to?
So
I figured since I mow the lawn
No, hang
and
on.
I pay the taxes, I can park it in my front yard.
Well,
But I guess I'm wrong.
no, you're wrong.
Oh, okay.
remember, the previous violations were really for the commercial vehicles in the yard,
Yeah, but you told me we're here for the Ranger now.
correct,
That's not a commercial vehicle.
correct, that's the next one.
Correct.
The This one is specifically for parking in the yard, anything in the yard. The Ranger, street parking is authorized. The violation you got originally, the one that you're referring to, is for commercial vehicles in the
The trailer.
in the road. You can park the Ranger in the street. You just have to make sure that it's moved every 24 hours. It can't sit there more than 24 hours.
Okay.
But that's perfectly fine. It just can't be in the yard.
All right.
Just so you're aware. the
Yes, sir, I'm aware.
Next one becomes, if it's for the same Ranger that's parked in the yard, it becomes a repeat violation.
If it's a different color Ranger.
Well,
I'm just joking.
I understand, but
I'm-
to answer your question, it wouldn't matter. If you park a Volkswagen in the front yard, it becomes
Same,
a repeat violation.
Correct.
Okay, it's the violation, it's not the vehicle, it's the violation, okay? So, and you can park the Ranger on the street.
Yeah.
As long as it's not a commercial vehicle,
Yes, sir.
okay? So, glad to hear that, so you don't need an extension. Well, assuming you're right, they'll write you up as coming into compliance, and that piece will go away.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And we're gonna talk about your next case in a minute, so.
All right.
All right, so we don't need to do anything with that, right, Ernie?
If you-
So what, you're not gonna extend it, I mean, when the.
Microphone.
Are you guys gonna wanna go out there tomorrow and verify that it's gone? How are you gonna handle that, I guess is the question.
So we'll continue to monitor on a daily basis. You know, this is part of the routine.
Well, the deadline is tonight.
The deadline is tonight, so
Usually when it parks there, one of the neighbors calls and lets them know, and they pull up and they take the picture. So that's how that works.
well, we're through the
So
neighborhood every day.
Yeah.
So what I think we should do is
30 days?
extend for 30 days, and that literally nothing would happen unless it's there again, in which
After
time we would
30
come
days?
back,
So you're giving
going
are you
going
giving
forward.
30 days? Are you giving me?
Well, you haven't given you anything yet. He's
Oh.
suggesting,
No.
he's
Nothing.
suggesting 30 days.
Okay, I just didn't want to be confused.
Just
Right.
hang on, we'll get there.
And what that would allow us to do, because like I said, we saw it there just a couple days ago, that would give you,
Pulled up.
that would give you the opportunity to show us and the board that you aren't going to be doing that anymore. You're going to be in compliance, and then we can move forward after that.
So I
Heard
think
the-
it's
You
right.
heard the suggestion, so we need a motion.
Yeah, I would like to make a motion, but after I ask Jack, just the brief summary, Jack, just to refresh my memory. It's a private vehicle that's parked over the grass
Correct.
in the front yard.
That's it.
So that's the violation.
That's it.
And my question would have been, which is they answered, I hope it's the correct answer, they answered, that it's already removed, they can park it in the street or on the driveway, and that's will remove the violation.
That would fix everything.
As of this moment, nobody from our staff went and examined the site.
That's why we're giving them the 30 days, so they can have,
Okay,
staff will have time to verify what they do.
yeah, all right.
We need a motion.
Yeah, I make a motion in case number 25-4599 to extend the deadline till March 11, 2026.
We have a motion, do we have a second? Second. Motion and a second, any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No nays, motion passes. So you have been given a 30-day extension. That's not permission to park on the grass for 30 days, okay? It's just,
Thank you for clarifying.
it's really just so they can go out there tomorrow and verify what you just told us is true.
Okay.
Okay? So since it is a Ranger, it's not a commercial vehicle,
Small truck.
you are able to park it either in the driveway or on the street, just not on the grass.
Okay.
Okay? And if you anticipate extending your driveway or widening your driveway, get with code enforcement first so you know what materials you can use to widen the driveway.
Of course.
Okay?
Thank you.
But don't go away.
Oh,
There's more.
we ain't going nowhere.
There's more. Okay, so that case is done, and we're going to be moving on to 0182, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
So case number under new business. So this is, I'm sorry.
Okay, so that's actually,
Case number 260182, City versus Christie Ann Reeves, for the property located at 11309 Lynn Banks Place. This case was scheduled to appear before the board based on an alleged violation of Section 12-859, subsection 3, RVs, boats, and trailers, non-commercial. However, this case will be removed from the agenda as the respondent was not properly served with a notice of a repeat violation.
All right. So that just means that this particular case has been removed because of a notice issue. It doesn't mean, again, it doesn't give you permission to do what you were doing. It just means the case was, has it been rescheduled or just removed?
It's going, I think it's gonna probably be back on next month.
Microphone.
Your
Mike.
It'll probably be scheduled for next month. That's the plan. We still have to provide notice, correct?
Okay. So you will be getting notice. You'll have to come back next month.
Yes, sir.
And we'll have the same discussion.
Okay,
All right.
thank you.
Thank you. Good luck. Have a good night. All right, on to the next case, please. Should be 2911.
That's right. Under unfinished business, case number 2911, City versus Eddie Antonio Fabero Escobar, for the property located at 6125 Liberty Avenue. The deadline for compliance is February 11th at 2026. The fine of $25 per day, beginning February 12th, 2026. For the violation, Section 8-28, subsection A, subsection 1, permit app required. Deadline for compliance is midnight tonight.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hi, Karina Fuller here on behalf of the property owner. We have two cases before the board here today, which is the one that was just announced, and then the second one, which is 254048 in regards to permits. The last time that we were here, we respectfully requested extension, which we were thankful for the electrician. It's my understanding here, based off the representation by the property owner, who's my client, who's here to my left, the electrician has already authorized and signed an affidavit that was approved by this office. And that's been done. However, now we just need another extension because the original plumber that we had needs to re-inspect the property, and he'll be there this Friday, so then he could complete the permit application. Just want, by way of brief history, this is a case where my client bought the property with work previously done, and then he did further work without a permit. So there's work without a permit from two owners, let's just say, from years ago. So we're just asking for another 30-day extension. I'm very hopeful, and my client has indicated to me that he'll have everything done by the next extension. The only issue with Temple Terrace that's different from other counties, and I'm not saying anything, is that we have to turn in all the permits at the same time. So like the plumbing, so at this point, like, it's been very difficult for all the permits and the contractors to align at once to submit all at once. And so that's the holdup. But if we could like simultaneously turn in like all, like we have 5 permits to turn in. If we could turn in one at a time, there wouldn't be an issue. But because they all have to be turned in at the same time, that's what's causing a problem.
Okay, so if I understand you, you now have, let's say, 4 of the 5 permits,
Right.
okay? 'Cause you just got the electrical, right?
We were missing the electrical last time.
Yeah, but you now have
there's
that.
an issue with the plumbing. He needs to come back out Friday. El Prumelo.
Yes, that's
Comes
what I'm
back.
saying. So of the 5 permits, you just got the electrical, so now you have 4 out of the 5.
Correct.
Plumber's coming out Friday, that will give you the 5th one.
Right.
Well, once you submit it.
Correct.
Okay, and you'll be able to submit the other 4 with the plumbing?
Puedes submitir todos los 5 junto con el plumero después del viernes. Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
that's what my client is telling me.
Any other questions? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion.
I guess I did have a question.
Okay, go ahead.
for,
Go ahead.
Director Shanks.
Go ahead.
So is what they're saying true, that they have to submit all 5 permits at the same time? I'm just a little confused on.
I'm going to defer that to Dallas.
Okay. I don't remember this coming up in the.
Yes, they have to submit everything at one time.
Yes, it came up.
So you got your building, electrical, mechanical, plumbing, they all come in at the same time. Otherwise, sometimes you get issued the permits to do work, the plumber never turns it in, he's done work without a permit. That's why we require them to bring them all in at the same time.
So it helps you guys with your inspection,
Tracking and
figure
everything.
out, tracking who's doing what. Okay.
Correct.
All right. I just haven't, like I say, from my, best of my recollection, I haven't heard of this before as far as, this particular problem anyways.
That's because it typically gets done all at the same time.
Yeah, well, yeah, okay. All right, my ignorance, so thanks for the explanation.
Any other questions? If there's no other questions, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll do it.
Go ahead.
In case number 25-2911, I move that we grant an extension till March 11, 2026.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
A second.
Motion and a second, any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No nays, motion carries. So you've been given an extension until March 11th, and hopefully that should be the end of it, right?
I hope not to be here anymore after March 11th, trust me.
Well, if something happens, you know what you need to do.
I do. I'm gonna
Okay,
stand.
on to, you might as well stay there. Next case is 254048.
Yes, City versus Eddie Fabero Mestre for the property located at 6125 Liberty Avenue. The deadline for compliance is February 11, 2026, and the fine of $50 per day beginning February 12, 2026. Violation Section 8-28, subsection A, subsection 1, permit app required. Deadline for compliance is midnight tonight.
Same argument, or same,
They all have to be together.
yes.
So just, if you know, somebody inform me. We've got two cases. Was it two separate permits?
It was a driveway permit, and then the other one was the five, so one was a driveway permit and then the other five, so it was like building, electrical, HVAC, a general contractor.
You now have the
So
driveway
then
permit as well?
We have that too, so, but we can't submit the driveway
Without the
permit
other-
without
okay,
the other
gotcha.
five.
Very good, thank you. Any other questions? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion.
Since I did the other one,
That's fine.
it's easier on our clerk. In case number 25-4048, I move that we grant 30 days extension till March 11, 2026.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and a second, any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, no nays, motion carries.
Thank you.
Good luck.
See you all March 11th, and hopefully we all have good news.
Very good. Thank you.
Have a good night.
Next case, please.
Under new business, case number 253730, City versus Armento Family LLC for the property located at 8421 North 56th Street. This case is before the board based on an alleged violation of Section 14-59, local business tax required. This case will be prosecuted this evening by Code Officer Doug Allen. The city has evidence that the notice of violation and the notice of hearing were properly served.
Very good.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman and board members. Doug Allen, Code Compliance Officer. This case was originated by Officer Batts on September 22nd, 2025, responding to an email from the Finance Department regarding a business tax license not being transferred into the new business owner's name. A notice of violation was generated on that date with a reinspection date of October 6, 2025. She achieved service with hand delivery to the previous owner at the store. A copy was also posted at City Hall for the 10-day requirement, and copies were mailed, both regular and certified mail, to the owner of record. In October, I made personal contact with a store employee and left information on how to apply for the new business tax license. After no action was taken to acquire the license, I contacted the new store owner by phone on December 22nd and provided information on who to contact to be in compliance. My reinspection on January 26, 2026 showed no change, so I prepared a notice of hearing on that date and scheduled the case for the February Municipal Code Board meeting. I would like to submit evidence taken by me or given by me. Exhibit number 1 shows the affidavit of service for the notice of violation, and exhibit number 2 shows the affidavit of service for the notice of hearing. The business owner has submitted their application this past week online, but it did not have all the required information to complete the process, so the site is not in compliance, and I'm seeking a ruling.
Very good, we'll accept those, thank you. Any questions for the code officer?
Have you talked to the business owner since they submitted the application to see?
They just submitted this week. No, I haven't talked to them.
Okay.
I talked to people in finance who handle the business tax license and got an email from them stating that he had submitted.
Do you know what was missing?
There's a variety of things that need to be on there, so I'm not sure what all was missing.
Any other questions? Is the respondent here?
I do believe so.
Come on up. Have you both been sworn in?
Excuse, good week.
Have you both been sworn in?
Yes,
Yeah.
I did.
Yes, I did. Thank you.
I'm representing the landlords, and he is the owner for the place,
Okay.
owner of the business.
So you're the tenant, he's the owner?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
No, he's the owner, I am the tenant.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
That's okay.
Okay. Whoever wants to start, go
Yeah,
ahead.
please.
Well, he just applied for the license. He got an email back saying that they got the papers, and supposedly he's waiting on another email to inform him where to pay the license and get it in.
Okay, so all the issues that, for the first application have been corrected?
I believe so. I'm not really
Actually,
aware of that.
On the time.
Sorry.
He can go ahead because I'm not really.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so I don't know actually anything about that because they was getting the mail. I took it over on November 1st, the business. So I don't know anything before that. And the previous owner told me they have the license till September 2026, business tax. He already paid that. So I took it over November 1st, 2025. And that's why, because the previous owner told me he already paid till September 26th. That's why actually I didn't apply. And I haven't got any notice, any letter. But someone called me, so from the store, when they was visiting the store. That's why I heard. And after that, when my landlord told me they have a hearing, then I'm taking the initiative to having the application.
Okay. Any other questions?
Yes.
Go ahead.
First, the process now is done online,
Yes, sir.
and you pay online. You don't go and pay. They won't accept any payment, I believe, except online.
Yes, sir.
But you bought a new, it's a new business? What type of business?
It's a gas station, Shell gas station.
Yes.
sir.
And you bought it before, and he has a tax receipt?
Tax receipt, yeah, which I have.
The owner and all that information changes, so probably you need to just update it and
Yes, sir.
talk
Yeah.
to somebody in that department. That's
Right.
my opinion on that, but you did not receive any,
I didn't receive any letter, anything.
they won't receive it, it's an email. They send you an email.
No, I received the email when I applied for the, last couple days ago. When I applied application, then I received, I need some information, like I need to have the food permit, which I am processing for that. And I need to apply, update to the Hillsborough County to change the ownership.
And you've done all that?
No, but to dump this, I need to have the food permit. I have just tobacco and alcohol license. I have the business resale certificate. Now I need to have the food permit, which I'm in process.
Okay.
Thank you.
Actually, I'm very sorry actually for the situation. So
Any other
this
questions?
is minor things.
There's no other questions, or entertain a motion.
All right, we'll do this one. All right, in case number 253730, I move that the city has proven by a greater weight of the evidence the following violation of the City of Temple Terrace City Code exists on the property located at 8421 North 56th Street. The code section is 14-59. This motion is based on the sworn testimony this board has received from Code Enforcement Officer Doug Allen, along with any other evidence, including photos, affidavits, and the notice of violation, all of which is received and entered as part of the record of this hearing. I further move that said violations be corrected on or before March 11th, 2026. If the respondent does not comply with this order on or before that day, they are ordered to pay a fine for each and every day that the violation continues past the date set for compliance. Upon considering the following factors, the gravity of the violation, any actions taken by the violator to correct the violation, and any previous violations committed by the violator, I move that the fine be $25 per day.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, no nays, motion carries. So you have until March 11th to get it all sorted out. If for some strange reason it's still not finalized, done, you can come back here and ask for an extension. There's no guarantee you will get one, but you have every right to ask. Okay?
So I think I need more than 30 days, because to having a food permit is take time, because they have to inspect the location when I apply for that.
Okay.
Because I call them
See you
today.
back here next month then.
Okay.
Okay?
Sure, sir. Thank you.
You can
Thank you
provide
so
a
much.
status update then too, and that comes in handy
To come in here?
when you come here. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so you'll be back here on March 11th.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
We'll do that.
Good luck. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Okay, gentlemen, the next case is going to be case number 254819. Did you want to do the swearing in now, or you want to wait till the next case?
We can wait.
We're going to wait? Okay. Okay, next case will be 4819.
Under new business, case number 254819, City versus Oslenbeck Cardesev and Dunya Cardesev for the property located at 5106 East 122nd Avenue. The case is before the board based on an alleged violation of Section 8-28, subsection A, subsection 1, Permit Act required, and Section 10-4, subsection B, subsection 4, nuisance buildings, Section 10-4, sanitation premises clean, Section 12-860, inoperative outdoor storage equipment, and Section 12-861, subsection E, subsection 8, fences and walls maintenance. This case will be prosecuted this evening by Code Officer Lori Smith. The city has evidence that the notice of violation and notice of hearing were properly served.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, board members, Lori Smith, Codes Compliance. This case this evening was initiated by Officer Batt on December the 30th, 2025 for multiple violations on property, prompting a notice of violation to be issued. The code sections are 8-28, subsection A, subsection 1, for the construction of a structure or building without first obtaining the required permits. 10-4, subsection B, subsection 4, for keeping of a partially construction structure or building exceeding the allowable 90 days without occupancy and creating an appearance which distracts from the appearance of the immediate neighborhood. 10-34 for the accumulation of ladder, discarded tires, and other miscellaneous trash and debris throughout the property. 12-860 for the outdoor storage of construction materials and supplies, which is prohibited in a residentially zoned property. 12-861, subsection E, subsection 8, for the failure to maintain a fence with a neat and clean appearance with missing or broken pickets and leaning section. The notice of violation was posted to subject property, requested posting to City Hall on the electronic board, and sent both certified mail and regular mail to the address of record on December the 31st, 2025, with a compliance date of January the 20th, 2026. A re-inspection was done on January the 20th, 26, where the property was still in violation, prompting the request for hearing scheduled for tonight, February the 11th, 2026. The notice of hearing was created and posted on January the 29th, 2026 to the subject property, requested posting to City Hall on the electronic board for the 10-day requirement, and sent both certified mail and regular mail to the address of record. As of my last inspection on February the 9th, 2026, Section 8-28, subsection A, subsection 1, Permits Act required, is now in compliance. At this time, I'd like to submit an affidavit of compliance for that violation. However, 10-4, subsection B, subsection 4, keeping a partially constructed structure or building exceeding the allowable 90 days, Section 10-34 for the accumulation of trash and other debris throughout the property, Section 12-860 for the outdoor storage of construction materials, and Section 12-861, subsection E, subsection 8, failure to maintain a fence with a neat and clean appearance, remains out of compliance. At this time, I would like to submit photographic evidence for case number 254819, supporting the case and ask for a ruling.
Very good, thank you. All set. Any questions for the code officer? Go ahead.
So we have four, one out of the five, it's five, I think.
8-28 subsection A, subsection 1 is in compliance. All the others are still out of.
They're still out of
That
compliance.
is correct.
So four violations.
Right.
Any other questions? Is the respondent here?
Yes, she is.
Would you like to approach?
Oh, you didn't? I sent it to you.
I didn't get them.
Oh, that's fine. You just use the same number? That's weird. Where I had them print out. Yeah, I mean, I did print it out. Remember we talked about, I mean, I put the, I don't know, you know, anyway, work on what's going on behind, but, and then I clear all this stuff around here.
Okay.
And then all this stuff around here.
Just let them know when you get up there.
Sorry, good
Address?
afternoon.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I didn't realize she was one that wasn't sworn in as well.
Oh, okay, okay, raise your right hand.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Should we do
Yes, sir. Huh?
anyone else?
Oh, yes, there is one other person, Shazad. Shazad, do you mind standing up and raising your right hand?
Go ahead.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you will provide the board tonight will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, that's right.
Thank you.
Name and address, please.
Duna Ramirez Cadarce, 5106 East 122nd Avenue, Temple Terrace, Florida. So, honest with you, I just found out because I saw Lori today. I guess I didn't went through the whole notice of violation, and I felt I was only getting violated because of the expired permits. So I didn't even notice until today, or I didn't even find out until today that she told me that it was also because of the debris. Otherwise, I would have cleaned it out a long time ago, because that's something I can do. So today I did it. I have the pictures that I already clear, removed the ladders, removed everything that is supposed to be on the front yard. Regarding some construction materials, there is a sign in there, but over here it says that if there is an active permit, I'm allowed to have construction materials outside, because I mean it's an active, it's acting construction site, and I do have on a little bit of pile some leftovers of construction materials that I don't know if the people are gonna use it or not, so I left it alone. But any other thing that is not supposed to be there, like the ladder that it was in the front yard, the tires, and then some other things, I put it away, which I have pictures of that. And then regarding the fence, so I have to switch contractors once again. So of course, I'm not gonna have any other like moving forward with the with the construction, because I was waiting for the permit. So that was the thing about the no acting thing. So we already got the permit. I already got that taken care of. So today I scheduled the rebar permit, the rebar inspection, but because my contractor said that there is still some other rebars that they have to be put in, that's why I rescheduled for next week, the 18th, but regarding the non-structure, it's going. And then regarding the fence, I have here, and then I do have proof that the permits, but anyway, she said it. And on the 3rd, and I just find out today about the fence too. She just told me. And then this is the survey that they require for whenever you're going to apply for the permit for the fence. It says I'm not Homestead. I have to always depend on my contractor to do that for me. So that's something else that I cannot even do. Something so simple as pulling a permit for even just replace a fence. So this is dated even way before the 3rd of February. That's when I went down to the city hall because I wanted to find out about renewing to change their fence because I have all the materials. Honestly, I've been having them for a while to already change that fence. But I knew, as far as I know, that I needed a permit. So when I went down to the city, to the building department, they told me because whatever I'm going to do, it's gonna be around $150 because, like I said, I have pretty much all the materials. As long as the replacement of the fence is less than $1,000, I don't need a permit. I don't need to require a permit. So like I said, I recently just found out that. And I could just have done that a long time ago, but I just recently found out that I don't need a permit. And because I was struggling also with the previous contractor, and I know that I depend on the contractor to even, apply for the permit. So that's why. But I already know that I can do it. And I'm definitely gonna take care of the fence, because like I said, I have all the materials, I have the evidence.
All that stuff you just said you have, did you want to submit that into evidence?
Yeah.
Do you
That's
have
the
a copy for
pictures.
yourself, or is that the only copy?
No, this is
Okay,
for you
okay,
guys.
let's give it to the attorney, to the attorney. Thank you.
So, I don't know if you guys need that, because I don't really need a
Whatever
permit.
you want to put into evidence is up to you.
I mean, I just found out I don't need a permit to replace the fence. I can just tomorrow go ahead and just replace it. I just find out that. So that's pretty much talking about generalize all the violations that I have.
So what you're saying is that the tires and everything have been cleaned up, correct?
Yeah, it was like just,
The fence you're taking care of.
yes.
You will be. And so everything should be, within the next 30 days, everything should be taken care of.
Yeah, like I said, next week I already have the scheduled inspection for the rebar, so we can move forward with the pouring the concrete and everything else. And then, like I said, all the debris, anything that is supposed to be on the front yard is out.
Any questions for the respondent?
No, for code,
No, go ahead.
I mean, this is something we've seen you for, unfortunately, several years. Like what's going on that's taken so long to get this project?
Well, most of the, mainly it's my budget.
Okay.
Because I have to work with contractors that they will work with my budget, unfortunately.
Okay.
Like I was telling Lori, my husband just got injured. It's just me working for several months now. I have family in Cuba. Now with everything politically wise, it's even worse. And then, it's just me with everything, which I'm okay with that. I don't, so it's even harder now, but I'm trying to keep everything, going forward.
Okay. No, that's fair.
I want to make sure you guys get a chance to look at the photos before we ask for a motion. You can have a seat, ma'am. Thank you.
I wanted to ask code enforcement.
Go ahead.
So the 4 violations that remain, are they correctable? I mean, it sounded like some of them were nuisance buildings, and then, I don't know what the permit is. I don't know what permit she got, but it sounded like there was, a deadline as far as 90 days of a building not being occupied, and then I just curious. I mean, the fence stuff and what was it? The other thing, the fence stuff and the
Inoperative.
Yeah, inoperative. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just curious. Can she actually be in compliance with the 4 that are left?
It's going to take a minute. She and I spoke several months ago. We walked the property and explained the different things that needed to happen to come to compliance. And as you can see, not a lot really has happened. The pictures that we showed shows that the state of the property is in pretty bad shape. It's not clean. I'm getting calls about it. We're getting complaints from neighbors. and it's an eyesore, it's a nuisance in the neighborhood. What needs to happen is the property needs to move forward, the structure needs to be built, it needs to become a habitable structure instead of a half-built structure. And I understand there's budgetary constraints and whatnot, but to come into compliance, the structure needs to move forward. The property needs to be cleaned. Something that would help tremendously is controlling the shrubs and the brush on the front edge, because spring's coming quickly and it's going to get out of control again. Right now, some of it has died back a little bit, but a lot has to be done on that property.
So but it sounds, from what you're telling me, it sounds like that, depending on what finding we come up with, that we probably need to come back every 30 days and get a status report at the very least, right?
Yes, we need something that's going to encourage action, consistent action, not months or years. It needs to be consistent. So every 30 days would be sufficient.
Okay, thanks.
My question to Lori, if you can come up.
Can you pass the photos from?
Oh, sorry.
You recently visited the property as she shows in the pictures or before?
I visited the property before she took those pictures.
Okay.
So what I was saying, as far as the debris that were accumulated on the site, were still there when I looked at it this afternoon. She must have came in after I did and got rid of the ladder and tires and so forth and so on. So she was able to, do that part of the work, which she explained to me this morning that's what she was going to do. I was probably there around 3 o'clock this afternoon when I
So
inspected
there's
the property.
more cleanup needed, and she knows that.
Yes, sir.
Because she said that she did not know about, except the permit, which is, I thought she would have the cleanup before she gets the permit. That's what I thought in this case, but it's the opposite. She got the permit, or the renewal of the permit, and the other issues that visible from the street still outstanding. The other thing, construction material, if the place under construction, that's not a cleanup for her. That's not required to be cleaned up. Is that true, or I don't know, because the site is under construction.
So forth and so on, and different things used for the construction certainly is warranted, but there has been no progression. There has been no forward movement.
Everything's
so
there.
it's just sitting.
Okay.
Again, if we saw some progress, some materials being used, certain things going on onto the property, that might be a different story, but there's been little to no action. The respondent didn't even know about the other violations until I brought that to her attention today. She thought that the permit was the only one. And I explained that no, there was more than just that one, and then brought her up to speed.
And she's 100% now aware of all what she has to do.
Yes, sir, she is.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions?
Since this is clearly going to take a long time for her to finish, given what she said about budgetary constraints and stuff like that, if she keeps the property nice and orderly, is that enough? Or are you guys expecting the house to be done by a certain date? Like, are you wanting, if it's not done by December, we're just going to make this worse? Or is it going to be, what's her opportunity here? If she can't just drop $300,000 to build the house tomorrow, what can she do?
Right, this is a touchy situation, right? What will help significantly is maintain the property aesthetically. So you can have a property under construction. My last career, I worked for a construction company, and we were required to maintain the site in a neat, orderly fashion. Debris was kept in a dumpster or removed. Bricks were kept in a separate section. Lumber was stacked neatly, not strewn about the place. Other items that are going to get in the way of construction, like the big blue chair, the little rubber pavers that are lining everywhere, kind of peeling up. Those are not aesthetically appealing. It's putting a big target on that. Every time somebody drives by, they're saying, there's the house that's falling apart and not moving. It's abandoned, it's a nuisance, and then we get the phone calls. Cleaning that structure up, cleaning the lot up is going to put it in a much better light, and will make it more conducive for her to continue the construction along the way. So cleaning it up is a huge part. And it's going to take more than a few hours. We're talking days, if not weeks, to clean the site.
The fence needs to be completely replaced or just sections?
It'd be the front part.
Yeah,
That
it's-
that needs to be replaced, sir. That's the part that's leaning and just repair, missing the pickets. It's the front of the fence.
Okay.
And we're on standby as well. If she would like to work with us, we can come out there and guide, make point, this needs to go, if it comes down to that, or if she'd like that. Happy to work with her.
So it would be enough then for her to just keep the property clean, even if it takes her another 2 years to build the house, as long as the property stays relatively nice.
Well, she has the permit, and you have to do some work within the permit timeframe.
There needs
What's
to be
the
movement
timeframe of the
towards,
permit?
yes.
Okay,
Right.
so she has to have the house built within 6 months or apply
No,
for another
no,
permit?
just progress, I think, is the.
Yeah, you can renew the permit, but you can't just let it sit there idle for 6 months.
Oh, no, I wasn't suggesting that. What I was suggesting is that, if this month she can build a wall,
Generally
right, that kind
speaking,
of thing.
as long as there's adequate progress and the site itself is kept neat and orderly, then that would be enough to satisfy the code department.
And we would qualify adequate progress in this sense, enough to maintain the permit.
Enough to keep the permit active, or
have to renew
probably
the
more than that. I mean,
Yeah.
I think at this point, don't forget, we've been dealing with this particular property for, I think, years.
Years.
And we've been, very lenient, and we're trying to work with her, we're still trying to work with her. But we need progress. I mean, she said she's got to get rebar or something on the top course to get the roof put on. I think having trusses on site by next month would be a good thing. Having the trusses in place would be better. Having the trusses in place with the roof sheeting on top would be even better. So we'd have to see what she comes back with, but there's got to be some progress. There's got to be noticeable progress, replacing that fence out front so when people drive by, it doesn't look like an eyesore, keeping building materials neat and orderly, making sure the trash gets in the dumpster, making sure the dumpster gets emptied and replaced, and, when it's full, and, having the, like you said, the pavers in place if she's gonna keep them there. I don't know why you would with construction going on, but it's up to her. Just a general orderly and neat progress, and she's gonna have to come back every 30 days, in my opinion. That's up to you guys, but in my opinion, we'll give her 30 days, but, I imagine she'll be back here in 30 days, asking for another extension, but there has to be some progress.
And if I may,
Sure.
that progress, just to clarify, needs to be construction. There needs to be constant construction. It doesn't have to be all at one time,
Right.
but there needs to be something happening on that house consistently and constantly to show the progress. We've got to get a house built on that property. If the desire is to build a house, we need them to build a house.
I think we were talking about the roof this time last year.
I don't even know if there's 4 walls.
There is.
Is there?
It looks like the front
The
wall.
picture I saw looked like at least 3 walls anyway.
David, I have a question.
But what I'm driving at, oh, I'm sorry.
Well, no, I think.
And just a second.
What I guess I'm driving at here is it sounds like we're talking about 2 separate things that are in a whirlwind. We're talking about keeping the property neat and orderly so that it's not only safe to work in to build a house, but it also it's not an eyesore. Get rid of the fence, that kind of stuff, maintain the yard and whatever. But the other part is we keep dancing around this topic of progress on the house, but if we want to see real progress, and I feel like we should either, well, there's a saying for this, I can't say it in public, but we should either set a deadline or not.
Yes.
We should say what progress represents. We should give her something concrete.
Well,
Like you have to have the house built by December.
That can be a number of different things. I used the roof as an example, and she said herself that she's waiting for additional rebar to be put in the top course. I mean, personally, I think it would be great if she at least had trusses on site by next month. If they were in place, even better. If they were in place with shingles on it, that's even better. So there's a number, and once she gets the roof on, then she can start doing the work on the interior, okay? And maybe you don't have the stucco on the outside yet, that's fine, but she can at least get started on the electrical, the mechanical, the partitions, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I think that, if she gets the roof on, to me, that's progress.
Yeah, I think rather than set a
So-
hard limit.
And
I
it's,
mean,
again, I don't, it's means and methods by the contractor. I don't think we have the right to dictate those means and methods. But there has to be some sort of visible progress that will appease this board and the code enforcement.
Yeah, give her some flexibility in what she can do as far as progress.
Right, I'm suggesting the opposite, actually, not, not to micromanage it, right? Not to say you have to have a house on it by October or anything, or a roof on it by October. But I don't want her to come up here the next month and for us to go, oh, this again, and have to say, oh, well, yeah, sure, you got the yard cleaned up, and yeah, you set up part of a wall, but, well, that's not enough progress for us. Or, hey, that's great progress. I feel like we need to give her some kind of metric to go by so that she can.
I think our code department will take care of that. Not up to us to dictate what that progress looks like. It's just us to rule on whether or not it's either in compliance, not in compliance, or will be in compliance.
You just said to satisfy this board that enough progress has been made. That's what I was going off of. So if it doesn't have to satisfy us and it just has to satisfy the code enforcement, then that's a moot point.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna rely on them to tell us whether or not they're satisfied with the progress.
And if we're not, then we can talk about that. So, why are we not? Why are we? Whatever. We just need some sort of meaningful progress. We need to see the effort, and I understand budgetary constraints and
A
all.
little bit out of order, because this is really not the time for discussion, but.
David, I have one more
Go ahead.
last question, and it's for our code enforcement. Does she have a dumpster on site?
No, she doesn't.
And isn't that required by at least sometimes I've seen dumpsters or, yeah.
Usually you see them, but I'm not sure if it's required.
Sometimes they use yeah. Because that's, could be one of the reasons.
So the question is, does she have a dumpster? The answer was no. The next question was, is it required?
No, it's how you'd remove your debris is your choice. You can get a dumpster from the city if you would like.
Okay,
It's not required.
but the debris can't sit on site?
No.
Okay. Okay. So if there's no other questions, respondent would like to have one last word. So, come on up. State your name and address one more time.
Duna Ramirez Cadarce, 5106 East 122nd Avenue, Temple Terrace, Florida.
Go ahead.
So has for right now, there is not debris at all in the front yard, at all. There is nothing besides the fence. And then there is materials. It's like a little pile. It's not everywhere. It's just a specific location right next to the house. You cannot even see it from the sidewalk.
Okay.
You cannot even
If
see
that's
it.
the case, that's fine.
Yeah, you cannot even see
So
it.
here's the thing. Tomorrow, I'm sure you'll be out there tomorrow, I assume? Are you gonna be home tomorrow? Are you gonna be on site tomorrow?
Sure, in the morning only.
She will walk you through what is or isn't done,
Okay.
and pay attention,
Mhm.
okay? Because you're gonna have to satisfy her, okay?
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's no problem.
And as far as, progress, if you can get that roof on, that'd
Yeah,
be wonderful.
I wanted to say something about that roof. So because the roof is gonna be, and I said it before, the house is gonna have a flat roof. A flat roof, you have to do the framing inside first, and then the trusses later. If it will be your regular pig trusses, you can put right now the trusses and then the framing after. So because
What's
of
stopping you from putting the framing up?
well, actually, we haven't even finished the rebar. And I know rebar is something that you cannot see really a lot of progress because it's something that you put inside the blocks. Even to pour concrete inside the blocks.
It's still confusing me because
Why?
if the rebar is around the perimeter of the building, is that what you're saying?
No, you have to put inside. You have to insert rebar inside, all around the blocks, every 4 feet.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
that's
but
something. That's a
on the
progress that you
perimeter
cannot
of the
see.
building, right?
Inside the blocks, you have to put rebar.
Let me try again. The block goes around the outside of the building, right?
All the block is fully up, wherever it's supposed to go.
Understood. Now you gotta put rebar inside that
Inside.
block. What is stopping you from putting up the framing inside the house?
You cannot put the framing unless you have to pass the rebar inspection first.
Before you can start your framing?
Yeah, I mean, it's per steps.
I don't think so, but okay.
I don't know.
That's up to you.
Can I just, without,
They can start framing
That's what I thought.
Without that?
Still has to be inspected first.
Oh,
Okay, so she can't start the framing until the,
It just won't be inspected.
right. Yeah, but she can start it. That's what I thought, yeah.
oh, I didn't know. I thought everything had to be in order.
You can start your framing.
Okay.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
Can you have the rebar and the framing done by the end of the month or by the next time we meet on March 11th?
I can more likely try to have the rebar and the framing sometime by the end of this month and beginning of next month. Nobody has more interest than me on finishing the house.
Absolutely.
As mentioned before, I pay $2,745 for that house every month, and I can prove it to you guys. And besides that, I also pay rent wherever I live. I'm in trouble. Like I told Lori, with the investor of that property, and then we go into court about that property too. So that's also taking money away from me for the construction. And then besides everything, I also have to keep, with you guys too.
And I only mentioned the framing to help you, so. Go ahead.
If she gets the rebar done by March 11th, would that be enough to satisfy progress being made and maintaining the property, getting the other stuff, the beautification
Yeah,
stuff?
the rebar is not a simple thing, so, I mean, I would consider that pretty good progress for a month.
Okay,
The
so
problem
Given her
with the rebar is
situation.
that you cannot see it because it goes inside.
that's okay.
You
If
know
you
what
can
I'm
come in
saying?
here and show us that you passed a rebar inspection, I think we would say,
Framing,
okay,
you
you
will
made
see it,
progress.
But rebar, it goes inside.
It's not a matter of what we can see. It's a matter of what you're
There's a
doing.
lot of things you don't see in a house that are awesome.
I do not want to see all of your toilets,
All right,
but
that's
I imagine you're going to put them
There's
in.
no other questions, I'll entertain a motion.
All right, I'll do this one.
You can have a seat, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, in case number 25-4819, I move that the city has proven by a greater weight of the evidence the following violations of the City of Temple Terrace City Code exist. Wait, I guess we have to do complied and existing, right? Sorry. Let me start over. In case number 25-4819, I move that the city has proven by a greater weight of the evidence the following violations of the City of Temple Terrace City Code exist on the property located at 5106 East 122nd Avenue. The code sections are 8-28, subsection A, subsection 1, 10-4, subsection B, subsection 4, 10-34, 12-860, and 12-861, subsection E, subsection 8. This motion is based on the sworn testimony this board has received from Code Enforcement Officer Lori Smith, along with any other evidence, including photos, affidavits, and the notice of violation, all of which is received and entered as part of the record of this hearing. I further move that no fine be imposed on the violation of Code Section 8-28, subsection A, subsection 1, because the violation was brought into compliance prior to the date of this hearing. I further move that the remaining violations be corrected on or before March 11th, 2026. I further move that and if the respondent does not comply with this order on or before that day, they are ordered to pay a fine for each and every day the violations continue past the date set for compliance. Upon considering the following factors: the gravity of the violation, any actions taken by the violator to correct the violation, and any previous violations committed by the violator, I move that the fine be $50 per day.
We have a motion, do we have a second? Second. Motion is second, any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, no nays, motion carries. So you have been found in violation for Code Section 10-4, 10-4 subsection B subsection 4, 10-4, 12-860, and 12-861 subsection E subsection 8. If it's all been cleaned up as you said, Lori will take a look at that tomorrow. Now, just so you know, then the next time that the property falls out of violation, it becomes a repeat violation. Repeat violations, the fine are much higher. So just be aware of that going forward, okay? Any questions? All right, thank you. Next case, please.
Next case, under New business, case number 253917, City versus Munira, Sultana, and Shazad Rana for the property located at 12605 North 51st Street. This case is before the board based on an alleged violation of Section 8-102, 13M, minimum housing accessory structure. This case will be prosecuted this evening by Code Officer Lori Smith. The city has evidence that the notice of violation and notice of hearing were properly served.
Good evening again, Mr. Chairman, board members. Lori Smith, Code Compliance. This case originated from a citizen complaint on October the 7th, 2025. My inspection revealed the rear garage shed roof in disrepair. At this time, I left a door hanger with a compliance date of the 31st of October, 2025. My inspection on November the 14th, 2025 noted no change. Therefore, a notice of violation was prepared with a compliance date of the 3rd of December, 2025. Affidavit of service was obtained by hand delivery to homeowner Shazad Rana. At this time, I'd like to submit photographic evidence of the violation taken by me on November the 14th, 2025.
Accepted, thank you.
Exhibit number 1 shows the rear yard shed, garage roof in disrepair. Mr. Chairman, on the 14th of November 2025, January the 15th, and January 21st, 2026, I spoke with Mr. Rana concerning the violation. At this time, Director Shanks provided written information regarding programs that Mr. Rana may qualify for or receive assistance with the violation. As of today's date, the site is not in compliance, and I'm seeking a ruling.
Very good. Any questions for the code officer? Go ahead, Bill.
So what's the latest conversation you've had with?
The latest is that he wants to tear it down.
The entire building? Okay. Any other questions? Go ahead.
Is there any progress, or is it just?
It's still the same.
Any other questions?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Is anybody living in the house?
In the principal structure, yes.
It's the garage.
Oh, it's the garage?
Correct.
Okay, so the garage is,
It's a detached garage.
oh, okay. It's not too clear. The picture did not help me a lot.
Did he give any timeline on?
He didn't, but the gentleman is here tonight and may be able to give it a little bit more insight and provide, an answer to that question.
It's not too clear.
Did the respondent want to come up and say something?
Good evening.
Name and address, please.
Shazad Rana, address 12605 North 51st Street.
Okay.
Well, can I just read a statement and then we can discuss about it?
Sure.
Well, I'm here in response to the code enforcement notice regarding the detached garage. First, I want to acknowledge that I understand the city concern for the property maintenance and neighborhood standards, and I have always tried to keep my property in good condition. But circumstances beyond my control have made full compliance difficult right now. The garage in question is a detached accessory structure located behind my home. It is not used for living space, has no utility connected to it for habitation, and is not visible from the, it's partially visible, The damage was caused by the hurricane, last year hurricane, which severely impacted the roof and the structure throughout Tampa. Due to the limited resources, I had to prioritize repairs. I replaced the roof on my primary residence, first because it was leaking badly, creating an immediate safety and habitability risk for me as an occupant. To cover that major expense, I looked to significant loans, and I'm still repaying my loans. And I'm on Social Security and fixed retirement. I'm 70 years old. My mom is almost 90 years old. She lives in the house. She needs constant care. She has age-related issues. I don't have any other income. She gave me separate references. I also talked with Hillsborough County Improvement. I don't know there's a board, something like that. They help you, Hillsborough, or the city of Tampa, they have they don't have the quota. They said, call next year. When I called last year, they said, we have depleted our funds. We can't help you. I was told to check with Habitat for Humanity. They said they don't have funds either. So almost 6 months ago, or maybe 4 months ago, I contacted somebody to get trusses, and they gave me a timeline for 90 days to get the trusses, and they gave me an astronomical figure, for $5,000 just to put trusses on the roof. By that time, my roof got busted with the hurricanes and all that stuff. So I have to prioritize which one I want to do. I want to fix a garage or I want to fix my house. So it has cinder block walls. I mean, I can remove the roof completely and keep just the side walls. I mean, if this is such an eyesore, I can do that. I have to do it myself. I can't hire labor. All the labor is ran off because of the immigration stuff and all that stuff. Even the roofer which I hired, he didn't even complete my roof, and they never showed up. I called them, nobody's showing up. The permit is still hanging on my door. They never brought the permit to the city to get re-inspected. So this is what I'm going through.
You have homeowners insurance?
No, I don't have a homeowner's insurance yet, because it's fully paid and it's homestead.
Okay.
And that's why I never took home insurance.
Okay. Any other questions? You can have a seat, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Question for code enforcement. Can he just take the ceiling roof off? Okay.
I was gonna say,
That's-
the
that
whole
would-
building, or it's all or nothing, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
One more question.
Go ahead.
For Jack. Is this, it's in the back, is it an eyesore, or who's complaining? Is it our code enforcement or neighbors?
It's a little bit of both. We see it from the road. It's visible. We've gotten calls from neighbors that live in the area about it, but really, it's the main structure itself. It's got the new roof on it. It's good. It's just this detached part in the back that's really the issue, and you can see it from the road. We just want to try to help him get this taken care of. We have provided him some resources, and I'm happy to reach out to them again to try to get this moving. Being on a fixed income and being a homeowner are challenging right now, especially if you have no homeowner's insurance. So we'll see if we can identify another avenue for him. Matter of fact, the city attorney gave me one just the other day that I'm going to reach out to. It's a new one to me, so we'll see what we can do.
Okay. Any other questions?
Director Shanks. So it looks like there's an open hole in the roof. Is that, so anything inside is going to be, it's going to rot, deteriorate? I mean, there's other problems that are going to crop up because of the hole in the roof, I assume.
It could be, and that's one of the reasons that the code is written the way it is, so it keeps critters and
Right.
Moisture and things like that out. I haven't been inside the structure, and I haven't looked inside, so I can't say for certain what that the damage is, just from what we can see from the road.
Okay, thanks.
Any other questions?
One more. Is the structure fenced off? It looks like it is from the photos, to where, people can't get in or kids can't get in, things like that,
He has a chain link fence around
Okay.
the side that we can see anyway.
Okay. All right, that's good.
Any other questions? Sir, you want to say something else?
Yeah.
Wait till you get to the podium, state your name and address, and then speak. Thank you.
Yeah, Shazad Rana, 12605 North 51st. I suggested to Rory Smith that maybe I can put or plant some trees, tall trees in front of so that it'll just give, like a nice view, so that it just hide, I already had on my chain link fence, I put a see-through, I don't know what it's called. It's a cloth type thing, you see around the tennis courts. I don't know what it's called. I put it around the fence, yeah. So that hid quite a bit of it. I can knock off some hanging panels and stuff like that and make it a little bit decent. But other than that, I can't do anything with the roof. It needs new trusses and new sheeting on it. The garage itself, it has a solid concrete base.
Pad, yeah.
Yeah, pad. So it's not going to rot or critters not going to come or something like that. So I usually keep a chain and lock on the fence so nobody can go in or stuff like that. It's uninhabitable there. I only have, in that garage, I have my well and the pressure pump inside, housed inside the, it's an L-shaped. One side is good, one side is busted because the tree fell on it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
A quick question, kind of in relation to what you just said. Is it fair to say that you have no intention of fixing the roof?
I beg your pardon?
Do you have no intention of fixing the roof, like at all?
Well, it costs money, and I am limited in that. Because of my age, I can't even go work outside and get more money, like put everything. I'm on Social Security, I'm on food stamps, I'm also on low-income energy, TICO, they get funds from the city. I don't know who pays that. But that's not adequate because the bills are, like coming out $350 to $400 a month. Because of this cold spell, my heat pump was running day and night. So, plus the taxes, I have segregated them, into quarterly. I went to the downtown, and they said, okay, instead of paying the full year's taxes, you can pay quarterly. So that's where I can do, I do it, So
you don't really, you're just not gonna.
See, nobody wants, the house to look awful, I would like to see my house look pretty too, But I have to prioritize the roof which I was living under, I have to fix that first.
There's no judgment here. I'm not casting judgment on.
Yeah. On the back, it's almost 70 feet behind the house.
Right, but it can be seen, and even if it couldn't be seen, it's still a danger because that wood will rot and it's the roof.
No, I can remove the wood. I mean, if that's the initial thing, I can probably within a month I can remove that roof.
So what's your path
The problem
forward?
is you can't just remove the roof. If you're
It's partial roof actually, basically.
Yeah, if you're going to demo, you have to demo the entire building. And I would think that at 6 of one, half dozen another, the cost of demo is probably going to be about the same as replacing the roof.
I have a sledgehammer. I can just swing it every day, and
No,
just
that's not
knock some cinder blocks off and just
I
dispose
don't
them
think-
little by little. I have a trailer in the backyard. I can put them out and go dump the debris at the landfill. So I know my ways around, But I mean, I just don't have the money.
I get it. But I'm just letting you know that just getting rid of the roof is not the answer.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
If I may, my intention is to continue to try to find somebody that may be able to assist in getting this taken care of for you. There are several nonprofits. One of the issues we've had with nonprofits with getting this roof put on this garage is it's detached from the main structure, and a lot of them won't do an accessory. But we're going to keep trying to find this to try to help you through this.
Believe me, I tried many avenues, I even talked with FEMA and all that stuff, It's not one hurricane. It first came Helene and then came Milton, and they did the real work on the house.
Yeah, we're going to continue.
Is the tree still?
No, the tree is gone. I got a chainsaw and I chopped it myself, because I can't get the arbor, they cost astronomical amount.
But you have removed the tree.
Yeah, the tree is gone, but there is still one tree hanging over the roof. I still have to cut that one.
Okay. All right, you can have a seat, thank you.
Yes, I had one more question.
For
Code.
Go ahead.
So let's just say that he does get, he wants to demolish the structure. There's a permit involved with that, right? And how long does it take to get that permit processed? I guess I'm asking is this anything that can happen in 30 days? if he decided to go that route, which it doesn't, I'm not sure he's even.
Yeah, he can get the permit. It's gonna take longer than 30 days to get the whole process done. But it's also not a cheap process to demolish. And, you know, the permitting itself isn't that bad, but the demolishing part itself is gonna be substantial.
So it sounds like the route, the trying to get someone to help him with repairing the roof is probably the route to go. It sounds.
Yeah, so we're gonna continue to try to work with him.
All right, thanks.
Any other questions? If not, I'll entertain a motion. Go ahead.
In case number 25-3917, I move that the city is proven by a greater weight of the evidence the following violations of the City of Temple Terrace City Code exist on the property located at 12605 North 51st Street. The violation is 8-102 subsection 13 subsection M. This motion is based on the sworn testimony this board has received from the Code Enforcement Officer, Lori Smith, along with any other evidence, including photos, affidavits, and the notice of violation, all of which is received and entered as part of the record of this hearing. I further move that said violations be corrected on or before March 11th. If the respondent does not comply with this order on or before that day, they are ordered to pay a fine each and every day of the violation continuing to past the date set for compliance. Upon considering the following factors, the gravity of the violation, any actions taken by the violator to correct the violation, and any previous violations committed by the violator, I move that the fine be $25 per day.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No nays. Motion carries. So, sir, you have been found in violation of the code. You have until March 11th to bring the property into compliance. If you're unable to bring the property into compliance, you may come back here and ask for an extension. An extension is not guaranteed, but you're welcome to ask for one. If for any reason you're unable to make it, please reach out to the Code Enforcement Director or the Code Enforcement Officer and let them know what the reason why you can't make it is and what your intentions are, okay? Thank you. Next case, please.
Under new business, case number 253975, City versus 5400 Bush Boulevard LLC. The property located at 5400 East Bush Boulevard.
Somebody's microphone's not on.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Do I have to start over?
You can start over, please.
Okay, will do. Case number 253975, City versus 5400 Bush Boulevard LLC. The property located at 54 East Bush Boulevard. This case is before the board based on an alleged violation of Section 8-166, subsection 1, subsection K, minimum standards commercial miscellaneous elements. This case will be prosecuted this evening by Code Officer Doug Allen. The city has evidence that the notice of violation and notice of hearing were properly served.
Thank you.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman and board members. Doug Allen, Code Compliance Officer. This case was originated by Public Works on October 10th, 2025 for decorative street lights not working. I contacted the maintenance manager of the Tampa Mall regarding repairing the street lights, who stated he would check with an electrician and search for new globes to complete the repairs. After several calls with no progress, I prepared a notice of violation on December 11th, 2025 with a reinspection date of December 31st, 2025. I hand-delivered a copy to mall manager Mr. Chauki, and a copy was posted at City Hall for the 10-day requirement, and copies were mailed, both certified and regular mailed, to the address of owner. My reinspection on January 23rd showed no change, so a notice of hearing was prepared on that date, and the case was scheduled for the February Municipal Code Board meeting. This time, I'd like to submit photographic evidence taken by myself on December 11th, 2025.
Thank you.
Exhibit number 1 is the affidavit of posting for the notice of violation. Exhibit number 2 is the affidavit of service for the notice of hearing posting. Exhibit number 3 shows one of the damaged decorative lights. The site is not in compliance, and I'm seeking a ruling.
Any questions for the code officer?
We'll just probably ask the standard one.
Go ahead.
Have you had any recent conversation with the property owner?
Probably about a week ago.
Was there any indication that they were going to fix the problem?
They sent me a photo of some lights working in another area that weren't the ones that were the issue. So I made them aware, which I would have thought they understood after all these conversations we've had. But so I made them aware that that's not the issue, is the more decorative lights along the edge of the perimeter of the property.
Did he give any indication about
No, sir.
doing anything, or?
Well, he said before they were going to work on it, so he does seem to be showing some progress. He got some lights working.
What's the risk of that, like, falling off on someone?
They didn't fall during the hurricane, so I would say that's a.
If kids jump up there just being kids, and they, you know.
Oh, there's a possibility those globes could fall, sure.
Yeah.
Possibility if they're in place, you can't get up there.
Right, I'm just saying, like, but if it's wonky, it's more likely.
Any other questions?
Yeah, so you said that he had corrected some of the lighting problems and.
Lighting's against the building, but not the ones that were the original issue to begin with.
Okay, so maybe just was an awareness, possibly an awareness thing?
I would assume so. I would have thought he would have talked to his maintenance manager, who I've had several conversations on what they were, but.
Kind of hard to miss it.
You would think.
Any other questions? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion. Thank you.
Got it?
Yeah. In case number 25-3975, I move that the city has proven by a greater weight of the evidence the following violations of the City of Temple Terrace City Code exist on the property located at 5400 East Bush Boulevard. Violation is 8-166, subsection 1, subsection K. This motion is based on the sworn testimony this board has received from the Code Enforcement Officer Doug Allen, along with any other evidence, including photos, affidavits, and the notice of violation, all of which is received and entered as part of the record of this hearing. I further move that the said violations be corrected on or before March 11th, 2026. If the respondent does not comply with this order on or before that day, they are ordered to pay a fine for each and every day the violation continues past the date set for compliance. Upon considering the following factors, the gravity of the violation, any actions taken by the violator to correct the violation, and any previous violations committed by the violator, I move that the fine be $25 per day.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
A second.
Motion is second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No nays. Motion carries. Next case, please.
Under new business, case number 254425, City versus Fadi N. Herbawi and Kendi Al Magata for the property located at 7932 Terrace Ridge Drive. This case is before the board based on an alleged violation of Section 10-3, subsection B, sanitation grass and weeds overgrown, and Section 8-102, minimum housing standards. This case will be prosecuted this evening by Code Officer Lori Smith. The city has evidence that the notice of violation and notice of hearing were properly served.
Good evening, Lori Smith, Code Compliance. This case this evening was initiated by Officer Batt on December the 2nd, 2025, in violation of the city's Code of Ordinance. The code sections are 10-3, subsection B, for the overgrowth of grass and weeds exceeding 12 inches in height, and Section 8-102 for peeling paint in areas of staining and or mildew on the exterior of the dwelling. A notice of violation with the compliance date of January the 1st, 2026 was posted to the property, requesting posting to City Hall on the electronic board, and sent both certified mail and regular mail to the address of record. A reinspection was done on January the 6th, 2026, finding the violation continues. So a notice of hearing was requested, and on January the 29th, 2026, posted to the subject property, requested posting to City Hall on electronic board for the 10-day requirement, and sent both certified mail and regular mail to the address of record. As of my last inspection on February the 9th, 2026, the grass had been cut, and I'd like to submit an affidavit of compliance for that violation. However, Section 8-102, peeling paint, is still out of compliance. At this time, I'd like to submit photographic evidence for case number 254425, supporting the case, and ask for a ruling.
We'll accept that. Thank you.
Exhibit number 1 shows the photos taken for the issuance of the notice of violation on December the 2nd, 2025. Exhibit number B shows photos taken for the issuance of the notice of hearing, taken January the 6th, 2026. Exhibit number C shows the photos taken prior to tonight's hearing on February the 9th, 2026.
Any questions for the code officer?
Same one I always ask. So any recent contact with the owner and?
No, sir, I haven't had contact with the respondent.
Oh, okay. And so, next question's moot, because you don't have any indication about when they might possibly want to fix the,
I would hope, sir, if granted an extension, that they'd be able to bring it into compliance within 30 days. This is not a huge area to undertake. It's not like you're going to have to paint the whole house. It's a small section that could be easily done if the board was willing and granted that extension, that it could be completed in that time frame.
okay, thanks.
Any other questions?
Got a quick question.
Go ahead.
It's the HOA community, right?
Excuse me?
It's the HOA community?
That is correct.
Is there any indication the HOA is taking action with the?
Not that I'm aware of.
Does the garage door have a hole?
I was wondering that too.
Yeah, one of the pictures shows, like, it has panels,
It does.
but, okay, so the garage door is that a separate violation, or is that one of the others?
No, it would be probably a separate violation, but again, I wasn't the initial inspector on the case. I'm coming in to present for Officer Bat, so this is what she observed that day, that she did her inspection.
Okay.
Any other questions? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll do it.
Thank you.
In case number 25-4425, I move that the city has proven by the greater weight of evidence the following violations of the City of Temple Terrace City Code exist on the property located at 7932 Terrace Ridge Drive, with the applicable code violations, Section 10-3, subsection B, and Section 8-102. This motion is based on the testimony this board has received from the code enforcement.
One's in compliance.
Yeah, I think you have to do the.
I'm doing that.
Oh,
He's doing that.
Okay.
Yeah, he's doing that one.
I'm doing that. Should I start
Right
again?
over and read the one that has in compliance, non-compliance.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's-
I do have that.
That's the one he's reading.
That's what I'm reading. In case number 25-4425, I move that city has proven by the greater weight of evidence the following violations of the City of Temple Terrace City Code exist on the property located at 7932 Terrace Ridge Drive, with the applicable code violations, Section 10-3, subsection B, and Section 8-102. This motion is based on the sworn testimony this board has received from the Code Enforcement Officer, Lori Smith, along with any other evidence, including photos, affidavit, and a notice of violation of which received and entered as part of the record of this hearing. I further move that there be no fine imposed for the violations of Code Section 10-3, subsection B, because the violations were brought into compliance prior to the date of this hearing. I further move that the remaining violations have been, the remaining violation be corrected on or before March 11, 2026. If the respondent does not comply with this order on or before that day, they are ordered to pay a fine for each and every day the violations continue past the date set for compliance upon considering the following factors: the gravity of the violation, the actions taken by the violator to correct the violation, any previous violations committed by the violator. I move that the fine be $25 per day.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
Motion is second, any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, no nays, motion carries. Next case, please.
Under new business, case number 254466, City versus Point Plaza 1 LLC, for the property located at 8705 Temple Terrace Highway. This case is before the board based on an alleged violation of Section 10-34, sanitation premises clean. This case will be prosecuted this evening by Code Officer Doug Allen. The city has evidence that the notice of violation and notice of hearing were properly served.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman and board members. Doug Allen, Code Compliance Officer. This case was originated by me on November 24th, 2025 for 2 piles of tree debris in an out parcel. I went directly to a notice of violation on November 25th, 2025 with a reinspection dated December 10th, 2025. I posted the notice on the property, and a copy was posted on electronic board at City Hall for the 10-day requirement, and copies were mailed, both certified and regular mail, to the owner of record. My reinspection on January 26 showed no change, so I generated a notice of hearing, and the case was scheduled for the February Municipal Code Board meeting, and I posted a copy of the notice of hearing at the site on that day. This time I'd like to submit photographic evidence taken by myself on December 22nd, 2025.
We'll accept that.
This time the site is in compliance, and I'm submitting an affidavit of compliance and seeking a finding.
Okay, just one question. I thought I heard you say January 22nd, 2025. You meant 26, right?
I did mean 26, I'm sorry, sir.
But it is in compliance, correct?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Any questions for the code officer? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion.
I can do that.
Thank you.
In case number 25-4466, I move the city is proven by a greater weight of the evidence the following violations of the City of Temple Terrace City Code did exist on property located at 8705 Temple Terrace Highway, applicable codes 10-34. This motion is based on the sworn testimony this board has received from the code enforcement officers, along with any other evidence, including photos, affidavits, and the notice of violation, all of which is received and entered as part of the record of this hearing. I further move there be no fine imposed because the violations were brought into compliance prior to the date of this hearing.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
A second.
Motion and second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No nays. Motion carries. Next case, please.
Under new business, case number 254507, City versus 2019-1 IH Borough LP for the property located at 630 Holland Avenue. This case is before the board based on an alleged violation of section 10-4, subsection B, subsection 3, nuisance, any condition or use. This case will be prosecuted this evening by Code Officer Lori Smith. The city has evidence that the notice of violation and notice of hearing were properly served.
Good evening again, Mr. Chairman, board members, Lori Smith, Code Compliance. This case was originated by a citizen complaint on November the 26th, 2025. My inspection revealed a hazard tree in the rear yard compromising the safety of the resident living at this location. At this time, I prepared a notice of violation when the compliance dated the 11th of December 2025. No one was at home, so I posted the notice letter at the front door and requested copies be sent certified and first-class mail to the owner of record. I also requested a copy be posted on the electronic board for the 10-day requirement. At this time, I'd like to submit photographic evidence of the violation taken by me on November the 26th, 2025.
We'll accept that. Thank you.
Exhibit number 1 shows a notice letter posted at the front door. Exhibit number 2 and exhibit number 3 shows the hazard tree in the rear yard. Mr. Chairman, on the 26th of November 2025 and January the 22nd, 2026, I contacted Invitation Homes, the management company for the site, and left a voicemail requesting a call back to discuss the violation. On the 26th of January 2026, Kate Williams with Invitation Homes contacted me about the hazard tree. She stated it would be removed on January the 30th, 2026. As of today's date, the site is now in compliance. At this time, I'd like to submit an affidavit of compliance, and I'm just seeking a finding.
Very good. Thank you. Any questions? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion.
This one,
Rod, thank you.
Brian, I'm going to do the compile. Please. In case number 25-4507, I move that the city has proven by the greater weight of evidence the following violation of the City of Temple Terrace City Code exists on the property located at 630 Holland Avenue with the applicable code violations section 10-4 subsection B subsection 3. This motion is based on the sworn testimony this board has received from the Code Enforcement Officer Lori Smith, along with any other evidence, including photos, affidavit, and the notice of violation of which received and entered as part of record of this hearing. I further move there will be no fine imposed because the violations were brought into compliance prior to the date of this hearing.
We have a motion. Do we have a second? Motion is second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No nays. Motion carries. Next case, please.
Under new business, case number 254684, City versus Three Brothers Investment Enterprises LLC for the property located at 8518 Renaud Boulevard. This case is before the board based on an alleged violation of Section 12-860, inoperative outdoor storage equipment, and Section 12-921, subsection B, off-street parking/driveway. This case will be prosecuted this evening by Code Officer Doug Allen. The city has evidence that the notice of hearing and notice of violation were properly served.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good evening again, Mr. Chairman and board members. Doug Allen, Code Compliance Officer. This case was opened by me on December 15th, 2025 for 2 cars parked in the yard and 1 vehicle without a current displayed tag. I left the door hanger on that date with a reinspection date of December 17th, 2025. A reinspection on December 30th showed no change, so I generated a notice of violation on that date with a reinspection date of January 6, 2026. I posted a copy of the notice of violation at the front door, and a copy was posted at City Hall for the 10-day requirement, and copies were mailed by certified and regular mail to the address of the owner of record. My reinspection on January 26 showed no change, so a notice of hearing was prepared on that date, and the case was scheduled for the February Municipal Code Board meeting. This time, I'd like to submit photographic evidence taken by myself on December 17th, December 19th, January 20th, January 22nd, and January 28th.
We'll accept those, thank you.
Exhibit number 1 shows the posting of the notice of violation. Exhibit number 2 shows the in-op with an out-of-date tag. Exhibits 3 through 6 show vehicles parked in the yard. And exhibit number 7 shows the posting of the notice of hearing. At this time, the site is in compliance, and I have submitted an affidavit of compliance and am seeking a finding.
Very good, we'll accept that, thank you. Any questions for the code officer? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion.
I got it. In case
good, thank
number 25-4684, I move that the city has proven by a greater weight of the evidence the following violations of the City of Temple Terrace City Code did exist on the property located at 8518 Reynolds Boulevard. Violations are 12-860 and 12-921 subsection B. This motion is based on the sworn testimony this board has received from Code Enforcement Officer Doug Allen, along with any other evidence, including photos, affidavits, and the notice of violation, all of which is received and entered as part of the record of this hearing. Further move there be no fine imposed because violations are brought into compliance prior to the date of this hearing.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
Motion is second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Sorry, I didn't ask for comment, I don't think anybody has any. Next case.
Under new business,
Hang on, before you start.
okay,
I'm going to have to recuse myself in this particular case. I have known the respondents for over 20 years, and I do not think that I can be impartial on this particular case. Mr. Bill is the chair. I'll just give you the gavel. You can stay where you're at. Do I need to leave? Okay. So we're good.
No sneering.
Yep.
Go for it.
So,
okay.
Ask me to read the case.
oh, yeah, please read the case.
Okay. Case number 254735, City versus Kane and Brian Kane for the property located at 10017 North 52nd Street. This case is before the board based on an alleged violation of Section 12-859, subsection 3, RVs, boats, and trailers, non-commercial. This case will be prosecuted this evening by Code Officer Lloyd Smith. The city has evidence that the notice of violation and notice of hearing were properly served.
Good evening, Lori Smith, Code Compliance. This case originated proactively on December the 18th, 2025. My inspection revealed a trailer on the driveway of the residence. At this time, I left a door hanger with the reinspection date of the 19th of December, 2025. My inspection on December the 30th, 2025 noted no change. Therefore, a notice of violation was prepared with a compliance date of the 31st of December, 2025. No one was at home, so I posted a notice letter at the front door and requested copies be sent certified and first-class mail to the owner of record. I also requested a copy be posted on the electronic board for the 10-day requirement. At this time, I'd like to submit photographic evidence of the violation taken by me on December the 30th, 2025, January 6th, January 12th, January 16th, and January the 20th, 2026.
Please submit.
Thank you, Laurie.
Exhibit number 1 shows a notice letter posted at the front gate. Exhibit number 2 through 6 shows the trailer either on the driveway or parked on the street in front of the residence. Mr. Mr. Vice Chairman, on January the 6th and January the 27th, 2026, I contacted Mr. Kane about the violation. I left a voicemail for him to return my phone call. On the 28th of January 2026, while delivering the notice of hearing, I spoke with Ms. Kane. She explained that the trailer her husband uses for work and doesn't want it broken into by parking it in the overflow lot. As of today's date, the site is now in compliance, and at this time, I'd like to submit an affidavit of compliance. I'm just looking for a finding.
Any questions for Officer Smith? Seeing none, so I'm looking for a motion.
May I submit, Mr.
Oh,
Vice
sorry.
Chair?
Could have done that, yeah, sorry about that.
I'll do it.
Okay.
In case number 254735, I move that the city has proven by greater weight of the evidence the following violations of the City of Temple Terrace City Code did exist on the property located at 10017 North 52nd Street. Violations were subsection 12-825, subsection 3. This motion is based on sworn testimony this board has received from Code Enforcement Officer Lori Smith, along with any other evidence, including photos, affidavits, and a notice of violation, all of which is received and entered as part of the record of this hearing. I further move that there be no fine imposed because the violations were brought into compliance prior to the date of this hearing.
We have a motion. Can we get a second? Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? No nays? No, motion passes.
Carry.
Okay, next case, please.
Good job, Beth.
Under unfinished business, case number 252041, City versus John D. Cronin for the property located at 8722 Coral Dawn Court. The deadline for compliance is February 11, 2026, and the fine of $25 per day beginning February 12th. Violation section 8-102, subsection 13, subsection C, minimum housing roofs. The affidavit of compliance was received February 9th by Code Officer Doug Allen.
Good.
Next case is case number 253466, City versus Michael Echeverra and Natalie Echeverra for the property located at 409 Berwick Avenue. Deadline for compliance is February 11, 2026. A fine of $25 per day beginning February 12th. Violation sections 12-859, subsection 2, RVs, boats, and trailers. And section 10-34, sanitation premises clean. Affidavit of compliance received January 15th by Code Officer Doug Allen. Next case, case number 253740, City versus Paula Amina Alio for the property located at 7903 Terrace Ridge Drive. The deadline for compliance is February 11, 2026. A fine of $25 per day beginning February 12, 2026. Violation section 8-102, subsection 13, subsection C, minimum housing roofs. Deadline for compliance is midnight tonight. Next case, case number 254063, City versus Progress. Did we do that one?
No.
No.
I'm sorry. Residential Borrower 16 LLC for the property located at 13043 Terrace Springs Drive. Deadline for compliance is February 11, 2026, and a fine of $25 per day, beginning February 12th. Violation section 8-102, subsection 13, subsection C, minimum housing roofs. Affidavit of compliance received January 28, 2026, by Code Officer Lori Smith. Next case is case number 254550, City versus Jose J. Garcia Jr. for the property located at 409 Biltmore Avenue. The deadline for compliance is February 11, 2026. A fine of $25 per day beginning February 12th. Violation section 12-922 subsection A. Parking commercial vehicle in a residential area. Affidavit of compliance received February 3rd, 2026 by Code Officer Doug Allen. Next case, case number 254799, City versus Sod Investment, Inc., for the property located at 11401 North 56th Street, Suite 23. Deadline for compliance is February 11th, 2026. A fine of $50 per day, beginning February 12th. Violation section 12-979, subsection A, permits required for signs and section 8-828. Subsection A, subsection 1, permits act required. Deadline for compliance is midnight tonight. And that was the last case.
Very good. Okay, next is the other board actions. Anybody have anything?
David, I have a question about this case, the last
About-
case.
about what- About 254799?
Yeah, for
Go ahead.
Jack. I passed by it. They removed the logos. I don't know, I'm just curious. Did they contact you, or what's the progress on that?
So I'm happy to share with you what's going on there. If Brian, if we can get these up on the screen real quick, I can explain why it's not finished. So this, what you're seeing here is the approved sign, right? This is what was installed. So you can see the verbiage, English on the left side, the logo in the center, and the Arabic to the right. So that was taken back on October 8th. This is what was modified. So you're seeing all the logos in the center. To the left, where the English is, you see the logos and then the three sections underneath, which were also not allowed. This is what is currently there. So you see the juice time sign to the left, and then you see the three remaining portions. So let me go back a couple. So that's the
Approved.
approved. On the left-hand side, pay attention to the juice time. And then below, those three sections,
Oh, the underneath.
correct, those are not permitted, those are not allowed.
Oh, okay, okay.
So to come back into compliance, this is technically what needs to happen. The three sections to the left are not allowed. Those need to be removed. During the investigation, we also determined that the logo in the center and the Arabic to the right are different than what was originally approved as well. However, to fix the situation as it stands, we know, we see the rest of the sign, that it was changed. However, if we can get them to remove those three sections on the juice time side, we will be able to call that complied.
Okay, but they got that answer. Oh, they,
No, we just talked about that today, so
oh, okay.
I believe the sign has just changed.
They did not
few days
ask
ago.
for extension or anything? Okay. Well, I'm just curious, because I go there, I love the food. No, I'm just kidding.
Probably gonna
How
get
we
more.
fix their sign?
Probably go, I don't want it to go up in price, but they got the best chicken, man.
Any other board action? Brian, any other board action?
Mike,
I don't know
who's Mike?
Mine's on.
I'm good.
Okay. All right, so I do want to commend you and your staff for trying to work with the gentleman with the roof issue. You guys seem to have gone above and beyond trying to get him some help. Certainly appreciate his circumstance, but, you know, we gotta get that taken care of. But I did want to commend you for, you know, doing your research and Ernie, you as well, trying to find him sources of repair, so.
It's all Jack and his.
Oh, Jack.
Jack.
Jack be nimble, Jack be quick.
We got a good team.
Yeah, you do. Absolutely, you do. Can't argue with that. Liens report, anything to report?
No.
Okay. Any new business? Seeing none, we are adjourned. Thank you.
Oh,
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Adjourn.
Do we have a second? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Nay, no nays? We are adjourned. Thank you.